behalf of ITS Engineering College, I welcome all the dignitaries, all the dear speakers, and young aspirants of the future. So it's a privilege for us so that we are able to contact with few of our alumni together today and few of our current student as well, because that in the pandemic situation we are not able to contact them physically, because the interaction physically is altogether a different scenario in comparison to online. But still, I'm very much thankful to them for sparing their valuable time from the busy schedule, because I remember very well all three alumni are very much busy in their work. For example, Ayushi is having her training, Swati ma'am is having a meeting as well as we talk about Sujitra ma'am. She's busy in a meeting as well, and Falak has spared her time. Really, very much thankful you all for sparing your time. And thing is that we are going to start today. Event is Stars Talk, and it's a platform where our alumni and our current students will be sharing their experiences in different domains, which will be very much beneficial for the young aspirants, how to deal with different pressure, how to deal with different kind of scenarios they will be facing in their life. So there is lots of things which are normally available for a student. They get panic very easily. So how to deal with that pressure, how the corporate pressure is being handled, how the study pressure, assignment pressure is being handled. All these things we are going to study in today's Stars Talk. Okay. And thing is that all the parents can ask the question in the chat section, and definitely our stars will be replying on those. So without wasting our time, let me introduce all the panelists today, which are available today. So first of all, we have three alumni today in our session, and one is our current final year student. So first is alumni is Ms. Suchitra Semam. She's a management graduate of the class of 2010, having 10 years of corporate experience, and had various key responsibilities during his corporate experience. And currently she's working as a head HR in Abu Dhabi Stem Cell. Welcome you, Suchitra, although she's not available right now. Very soon she will be joining us as she's busy in a meeting right now. Next, we have again one of the proud alumni, Ms. Swati Jain, who is a management graduate of the class of 2012. She also has more than 10 years of corporate experience and held key responsibilities during its corporate experience. And currently she's working as a project manager in Accenture Solutions Limited. Welcome, Swati ma'am.
Hi, Wen. Thank you.
Next, we have again our alumni who is a CSE graduate of the class of 2020 and currently working as a cloud engineer in Prolifix Infratech Limited. And she has been, honestly speaking, as all the other alumni I was not in touch with, but I've been in touch with Ayushi, and she's been quite engaging every time. She's busy in study, she's busy in all the events and performing very, very well. Welcome, Ayushi.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Next, we have again.
Suchitra has also joined.
Great, ma'am. That's great.
Yeah.
Welcome, Suchitra, ma'am. I'll introduce you further. Next, we have again one of the proud student of the civil engineering will be passing out in the year batch 2021. He comes from the beautiful valley of Kashmir, Falak Shafi. And welcome, Falak, to your time. And really very much thankful you are giving your precious time to us, because you must be occupying in your different activities. She's already placed, let me tell you about that. She's already placed in higher education systems, but she's exploring other opportunities as well. Thank you, Falak, for sparing time. Now, Suchitra ma'am has joined us, so let us welcome her. Suchitra ma'am, let me introduce her once again. She's a management graduate of the class of 2010, having more than 10 years of experience and held different key responsibilities in various organizations and various roles. And currently she's a head HR of Abu Dhabi, a stem cell center. Thank you, everyone. And once again, I repeat, all the aspirants can ask their questions in the chat section, and our speakers will be more than happy to answer you all. So without wasting a time, let's begin our Stars Talk. Thank you. So, okay, straight away, I'm getting a question from one of our viewers. And the question is, okay, for any engineering college, the academic activity is the prime thing. So how did you find your teachers, your classrooms, your mentors, your laboratories? Means how was it? How was your academic experience overall? So my question is, I repeat once again the question. The question is from Jatin, and he's asking, for any engineering or a management institute, the prime thing is academic activities. So different academic, like your class sessions, your lab sessions, your teachers, your mentors, HODs, how did you find them? So my question is to Swati ma'am, can you please elaborate how was your experience at ITS, please? Please guide our students. How was your experience, please?
Yeah, hi, Pravi. Thank you so much. I hope I'm audible clearly to
Yes, ma'am,
everybody.
you are. Please, you are.
Oh, perfectly fine. Okay, so 10 years back, I did graduation. I did my post graduation from ITS management. And first of all, thanks to all my mentors, my teachers. Okay, so I had a great experience. I cracked my first interview in through ITS itself. I got placed. It was a really wonderful experience. So I would like to share. Okay, I will not go by the book knowledge or something like that. I'll share my experience, what I've learned across these 10 years, what I've learned in my education duration, everything. So, guys, I will never suggest anybody to be a bookworm. Okay, I know you require book knowledge to gain that so-called CGP or so-called percentage. Of course, for first placement, we all need that. But you all need to be clear about your fundamentals, your goals. Where do you see yourself after 5 years? See, when we land up to post graduation, we are no more kids. We are not school going kids that we don't know where we'll be landing up. We all decide this level of education, be it engineering, be it MBA, we all decide that we have been doing something, we have landed up to this platform because I see myself after 5 years or 10 years to a designated position. So this is what I really want to say everybody who's listening to me, that never ever start anything without having a goal in your life. So that is what my teachers, my mentors have taught me, that yes, of course, along with bookish knowledge, you must have a goal and you should pursue that thing, keeping that goal in your mind. That's from my end to this question.
Thanks, Swati. Thanks a lot for sharing your thoughts.
Pravi, just a minute. I'll request Suchitra to start her video if possible. Yes, Praveer, carry on.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so now my question is same question. Please go to the Falak as she is a current final year student. Please, Falak, your experience, your academic experience, how was it and how are you finding everything? Please guide the young aspirants.
Yes, sir. Well, I think according to me, like the mentors have been a very good guide. They have guided us all along, and even during the time of crisis, they were always available. They've helped us through. They've helped us not just in our academic part. They have helped us, in molding and shaping our careers. They have always guided us. They have always told us to not just be in our comfort zone. You have to get along with the flow. So yeah, you just they just taught us that we should have an optimistic mindset. We should have focus on our goal. We have to ponder upon what we aspire for, and you'll see how things fall into place.
That's it. Thanks, Falak, for sharing wonderful thoughts. Can you like to add something? What the Falak and Swati just told? Aisha, can you hear me, please?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, please, like
Yes,
to add
sir.
something?
Yes, sir. Sir, what I believe is academics and studies are the roots of any institution. So I feel myself so fortunate to be a part of ITS because I believe that the faculty members of ITS, in observation from last 4 years, that they were very patient with their students. They are very much passionate for teaching, and they are so much welcoming. They welcome their students like their own kids. We don't have to hesitate to go and ask our doubts, to ask them some questions, or to get some more knowledge regarding anything or anything. They were so welcoming. They were so nice to everybody, and they're so passionate and great teachers. Yes, that's it.
Thank you, Aishi, for your wonderful thoughts. Suchitra ma'am, are you available there? I think you are busy, occupied already in a meeting. Are you available there, ma'am? I think she's occupied in a meeting. Don't worry, she will be joining us soon, guys. So next question is from Manish. Manish is asking a question that how do we select a particular engineering college? For example, everyone is saying that abnormal large number of BTech graduates are coming out, but they are not. They are just having a degree. They are not having the skills available. So how do you find Ayushi, the center of excellence, has helped you in shaping your career? So before to that question, let me tell you about others also. What is center of excellence is and what's its role in shaping the career actually think is that we have also realized at ITS that proper knowledge, proper corporate experience is always needed for someone to do well in life. Just having the bookish knowledge or doing something in the laboratory is not sufficient ever. So what we did, we collaborated with different industries and established their training center at our own premises. We established 8 training center at our own premises, almost for every branch of engineering. For example, we have a training center of eYantra, IIT Mumbai, which is for basically embedded system and robotics at our own premises. We have Niche Instruments Innovation Center at our own premises. We have Apple iOS Innovation Center at our own premises. We have Syscom Corporations Innovation Center at our own premises. We have Software Testing Center at our own premises. We have R Systems Training Center at our own premises. We have Rockwell Automations training center at our own premises. And the same way we have SMC training center, which basically deals with the pneumatics. So what we do normally, we train our student in the year, second year and third year. So the time when they enter into the final year, they're already equipped with the necessary skills, right? This is the prime thing, what center of excellence is it. So people want to know how center of excellence can be beneficial in shaping their career, Ayushi, and how it helped you actually. Can you please tell Ayushi?
Yeah, sure, sir. So, in my opinion, Center of Excellence, which is present in ITS, is one of the great platform for learning purpose. All the colleges have a particular syllabus, a particular academic curriculum, but this is something apart from that. We all can learn the syllabus, we all can learn our subjects and gain that knowledge, but for the practical knowledge and for something, if we want to learn something innovative, or if we want to practice something apart from our curriculum, COE, that is Center of Excellence, definitely provides a great platform. We have several labs and training centers inside that, and it really helps students to put forward their talent, their innovation, and their hunger for learning. And if in a sentence, if I have to explain that, I can say that Center of Excellence, COE, it just adds feathers to the hat of ITS.
Thank you, Aishi. Thank you. My next question is to same question. Actually, I'm giving to the Fala. You're civil engineering, right? So I think role of software is not that much, but I think did you benefited something from the COE? Please, can you tell that?
Yes, we do actually have some softwares that we have to work on, like we have AutoCAD and rest other. So the mentors there have helped me a lot. Like they have helped me enhance my skills. Well, like I have not been much to the Center of Excellence, but yeah, the mentors there have helped us a lot.
Okay. Thanks, Falak. Means simple thing is that now the process of nowadays the era of automation rather.
Yeah, exactly.
To learn softwares. Without that, survival is not possible.
Yeah.
Thank you, Beta. Thank you for giving your answers. Ma'am, Swati ma'am, can you please tell me means the role of Center of Excellence, as you are in the corporate experience already for the last 10 years, can you tell that how actually these are important for budding aspirants? Swati ma'am, please.
Yeah, so Praveen, see that during our times, we never, like being in management students, we never had all these Center of Excellence and all. But yeah, a lot of those guest lectures, all those things helped a lot. And these days, when the facilities are available to the students before entering to the actual corporate world, according to me, that will help them a lot, at least to know about what they are going to be in and what will they be experiencing in future. So according to me, yeah, that will be going to help a lot to the students.
Thanks, Swati. Thanks a lot. Because what my experience says that I have interacted with several of the students who have done training in the COE. They are performing very well in their life because at least they are trained in some particular technology. Means they get trained for 2 years. In second year they get trained. In third year they get trained. And seriously, when they come into the final year, they're full of confidence.
Correct, I agree.
Yeah, I do have some kind of technical knowledge which I can use it. I can, at least if not becoming a versatile, I can become a domain specific and I can do well in that particular domain. I think CO is a big thing, which is a student need to really devote the time for that.
Correct. I agree, Pravi, to you. See,
Yeah.
in today's era, whereas technology is upgrading not daily but hourly basis. When we enter, when we land up to the corporate life, when we actually work on the system or domains, then we get to know that we still lag behind because every hour the technology is getting upgraded and one has to be up to the mark at par to compete with the others.
Thanks, Pam. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Thank you, Swati. The next question that I'm getting right now is from Priya Chaturvedi. Okay. She's asking what different value addition you conduct at ITS. Okay. So my question is to Ayushi, please, can you tell me what value addition courses we normally conduct at ITS, or means how they help you actually and grooming your career and making you skill ready. Different value addition courses means your MOOC courses, your FDP classes, your PDP classes, your industrial visits, your workshops, your participation in different competitions. Means how did you find them? Means how much they were beneficial for you, Ayushi? Please, can you tell me?
Definitely, sir. So in these 4 years, I have participated in n number of workshops and seminars. And as I was from CS department, computer science and engineering, so most of them were about the emerging technologies in the world. Possible for us to study everything in our syllabus. So these adds the extra knowledge which we can gain about the technologies. And basically how it helped me was I did workshops of cybersecurity, Python language, and cloud computing. And from there, I generated an interest for cloud computing, and that's why I have decided to join this job where I have been working. I'm working as a cloud engineer. So apart from the workshops, we have several seminars. Though I am from CS department, we didn't have any industrial visits, but definitely my friends from mechanical and civil departments, they went for several industrial visits too. And these courses, these workshops, and these seminars help students to learn. It's a very short duration, like we can get a seminar of 4 to 5 hours, or we can have any workshops for 1 or 2 days or 3 days maximum. So in a short period of time, we can learn new things and new technologies, and we could actually gain knowledge. It's a kind of a crash course we can have, and we can develop some interest in new technologies.
That's great. Thanks, Ayushi. I hope you definitely have done some MOOC courses as well from NPTEL or Coursera.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I
So
did.
yeah, please.
Yes, sir. So I did a course for cloud computing from IIT. That was from IIT Kharagpur, and actually the certification we get was is basically from IITs, different IITs, and the level of course is also very nice. But and the syllabus and the curriculum we get for that particular course is very beneficial for us. We would be given some time for studying, and then we have a test which we have to clear with certain amount of percentage or merits. So that was really helpful. That was very interesting courses we get in ITS. And starting, not all the people were so much aware of these courses. And but with gradually with the time, everybody was has shown their keen interest in the NPTEL courses, and we have several courses like this in our college, and they're very beneficial for all of us.
Thanks, Ayushi. Thanks for sharing your thoughts. Falak, can you please add something about the value addition courses that you have done and how they have helped you in shaping your career, please?
Yes, sir. We have this industrial visits and all. So I have been to an industrial visit. It was almost 80 kilometers away from our college. We traveled there, and it was a construction site. Like I've been there in when I was in third year actually. So we really, got to know about the practical work, the field work. It was not, it's not always about the bookish knowledge we have to gain. It is about the practical knowledge we also have to, comprehend upon. So it was all over a great experience. I got to know like how things work, how our civil subjects get into practical field. So yeah, it was altogether a great experience. We learned a lot, and we're still learning. And I think these industrial visits and all, these are very important for a person to, we get a lot of knowledge. So I have also done an industrial training. It was about for 6 weeks. Yeah, it was the same over there also. We learned a lot. I got a certificate also. So yeah, it is fun, and it is, we learn a lot there.
Thanks, Falak. Thanks for sharing your thoughts. Satyam, can you please add on, means as you have a corporate experience, how these value addition courses normally help the students, means how they impact their life, means different MOOC courses like we do from NPTEL or the Coursera's or different.
Yeah, so Praveer, see, as I told you in my last conversation also, so we like every day, every year, the technology is upgrading. If I talk about myself, today also I do these courses whenever I have to upgrade myself. Okay, so if the students start doing all these courses and if they start doing it at early age, it really helps them a lot. So that because when you enter to a corporate world now, so being a fresher, we are actually not aware of what the things are. Okay, what all things are going around, how to deal with the market, how to deal with the technology. We all, once the day one we enter to the corporate world, we are new to the place. Okay, so it's better if we are aware of what exactly the corporate world is, or what exactly work is happening around, how technologies are behaving. If students are doing it well in advance, it's good for their benefit, it's good for their future. Because few years back all these things weren't available, so we today we have to survive those things, and we also upgrade ourselves every day. We have to do trainings. Okay, there are multiple trainings. Being a project manager, I have to, on daily basis, I also have to complete trainings to reach a next level of my career. Okay, so it's better if we are already upgraded with the technology, then later on, yes, we can groom ourselves.
Definitely, ma'am. Well said. Actually, let me tell you, add something more from myself also. Learning never ends, I guess. Doesn't matter
Correct,
you are having, learning never ends because technology is changing very rapidly.
correct.
Very rapidly, and everyone needs to learn something. I myself did nearly 10 MOOC courses through Coursera from different reputed university for the last 3 months. So I was feeling proud, but I came across that some of our students had even 30 courses. So
Correct. That is what I'm saying.
that's it. Yeah, they are much more interested. They are quite confident, and they're that sure. They are, for example, the student I'm talking about, he is done in the field of data science and machine learning, and is very much confident that he will be placing in a good organization, just because of the knowledge he has gained from universities of repute, from Coursera's and NPTELs. That's really, really a very, very good thing to do. And seriously, being a teacher, I advise every aspirant, if you get an opportunity to learn from anywhere, doesn't matter where it comes from, be a part of it. Doesn't matter it comes through workshops or seminars or training or MOOC courses, be a part of it. Definitely it's going to help you for sure. You're going to gain some certificates, as well as it is going to give you enough confidence to face any challenges that you're going to encounter while your interviews are on. Thanks, Swati ma'am, for sharing. The next.
I also want to mention one thing here.
Sure, ma'am, please.
I'm very happy to share with all of you. Are all students, current MBA students, they all have done 5 to 6 MOOC courses from Coursera or edX, from very reputed university just like Harvard, Michigan, and USW. Only 6 weeks training was mandatory from them from AICTE to replace the summer internship. But students were very keen and enthusiastic to join these courses, and they all have completed 5 to 6, or some of the students have done more than 10 courses also. And certainly this will enhance their employability quotient. Even I also tried to complete 4 courses from Michigan and USAW.
And that's a great
Correct. I
achievement.
agree with Sunita ma'am. So like, and moreover, this pandemic situation, it actually gave, see, I tell you, because like last 8 months back, okay, I was working for 10 to 12 hours a day. And when coming back home, I used to be tired like anything. Then you have to have your own time also. So all these things weren't important to me. I was happy with my life. Like I was okay, I'm doing very well in my career, everything. But actually, when I got time sitting at home where my travel time was saved, my dressing up time was saved, from my office lunch time was saved. So everything was saved, and I got time for myself to learn more. I myself did complete a school. I registered myself on Udemy also. I registered myself on Coursera also, and I completed almost 3 courses, and I learned technologies which I wasn't even aware of. Okay, so I
Right,
was
right,
like
very
cross domain. I upgraded myself. So I'm an SAP IT consultant also along with the project manager. But I wanted to learn some other technologies so that I can help and I can use in my project management.
right,
This is,
very right.
yeah.
Even
That's great.
I love to work for 10 to 14 hours during this pandemic. And
Correct, exactly,
was
ma'am.
I was actually surprised how I could able to take some time for me also, because I am heading admissions as well as MBA department in the college. But it was quite motivating for all of us. Yes, we have to do for something for our self development also, because we have to survive after post COVID era also.
Thanks, ma'am, for your wonderful thoughts. Let me clear all the aspirants that we regularly encourage our student to enroll in different MOOC courses as well. Means we also financially sponsor them for the courses. If they perform well, we reward them as well. So every semester, normally student has to do at least one MOOC course, either through Coursera or NPTEL. And definitely by the time they enter into the final year, they already have at least 7 to 8 certifications from University of Repute like Harvard, Stanford, Oxford, or Cornell, and everything, which really give them an edge over the others who are just gaining the vocational knowledge. They are not gaining anything extra. And trust me, when you join these courses, you really feel proud of yourself, because it's not easy to crack those courses, honestly speaking. It requires rigorous hard work from your end, because you will be doing your classwork, your assignments, your other training, your practicals, and everything. Beside that you have to spare some time. And if you are able to do that, trust me, you will feel proud of yourself. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. The next question is from Shefali Sharma. Ma'am, I'm very much interested in cultural activities. So, what kind of activities are normally being organized in ITS Engineering College? Palak, can you please brief out? Because as you are really involved in these activities, can you please tell me how was your experience about the cultural activities, please?
Yes, yes. So actually, we have Udghosh, we have this DJ night, we have a celebrity night. We also have a technical fest, that is Tech Tricks. And the most awaited fest I'll tell you about, it's Udghosh. And I have participated a lot of times. Like me and Ayushi, ma'am, have participated almost every event. We host the program together, and the competition used to be very high because we used to get participants from almost every college of our area. So yeah, we had these celebrity nights, DJ nights, where celebrities used to visit our college, and it was all fun. We used to get a break from our studies. It was all relaxing, and it used to calm our mind, and it was all fun. Like it was the best time, I guess.
Yeah, it normally helps in the month of March, and students are eager for the month of March. You know,
Yeah.
when Udghosh will come and they will enjoy for a week every moment. Am I right, Falak?
Yes, yes, you're right, sir.
Swati ma'am, can you add at your time, how was your experience about these cultural activities, cultural and technical festive activities, if we talk about particularly?
See, I tell you, like, yeah, we all had those cultural activities, like, not much of it, okay. But yes, definitely, we always used to have those cultural activities where we used to learn a lot also. And we used to enjoy. Basically, we all were like, maximum of the students were from staying in hostel itself, okay. So we used to enjoy a lot that other way also, because we used to meet each other and have those like faculties also. But yes, I would say that these cultural events are important because you need to socialize yourself also. You cannot be a bookworm, or you cannot stick to your laptop or your computer systems for entire life or entire day. So to socialize yourself, to get that exposure, these cultural events are equally important in our life.
Thanks, Swati, for sharing your thoughts. Ayushi, would you like to add something? How was your experience with the tactics? Please.
Sir, yes, sir. Sir, we have a technical for event that is called TechTricks. It is held annually, and people and even me, we are very much enthusiastic because we get to participate in the event. We used to showcase our talent, and several type of talent are being presented by the students in that tech trace. The technical knowledge may be from any department, from mechanical, civil, computer science, or anything, and then the one who wins get the rewards, and that definitely encourages students. So also I would like to add that ITS conducts several events which are held annually, such as Celebrity Night, DJ Night, as told by Falak, Udghosh, and everything. Plus, several students can involve in this, and students can put a break from their studies and can refresh their minds. And apart from fun and refreshment, is for a student to build up their confidence, for their personality development, for their personality growth, for learning how to work in a team, because further we have to work with people. So it definitely helps a student to inculcate several real life personality traits, to inculcate them within themselves, and definitely we have enjoyment.
That's great. Thanks for sharing your thoughts. Let me add to that. Actually, there is a proud moment for all of us that there is one of our student known Harshit. She's from electrical final year right now, and she won a reward from a prestigious national level competition with held in the Mumbai, and she won the prizes in the lakhs. Even her internship was sponsored by government of India to the Japan, and now he has got entire funding from the government of India for his post graduation. Entire funding will be given by government of India on the basis of what he has done in the project work only. So these kind of activities are quite important. Doesn't matter you are not that good in academics, mean you are not good in securing numbers, but if you can utilize your skills in whatever manner, you can. Because nowadays people are doing good in film industry as well. If we talk about Kriti Senan, she's a BTech graduate only, but she's performing very good in industry. Similarly, Rahul Sood, Sonu Sood, she's also an electronics and communication engineer, and he's a good actor as well. So we need to nourish everything, whatever talent you are having. Means you are good in academics, that's good, we should nourish that. If you are good in technical activities, we should nourish that. If you are good in cultural activities, we should nourish that. That's great. That's great. And the next question is there any foreign opportunity for the students from ITS? Okay, so let me tell you about that thing. We have recently collaborated one of the renowned universities of the Russia, Synergy University, St. Petersburg University, and one more university, Mrs. Russia, right? So our students do have an opportunity to attend summer school at the Russia by visiting there, although it's very tough to get there, but somehow we have worked hard, the teachers have worked hard, the mentors have worked hard, they have collaborated with in these universities, and you do have an opportunity to attend those those programs which are used to held in Russia itself. So can you please tell me, Swati ma'am, how is it good for the foreign exposure? How do you find? Means is it good, or how much beneficial actually the foreign exposure becomes, especially from the renowned universities where the professors from who are Nobel Prize winners normally guide you? Ma'am, up to you, please.
Yeah, hi, thanks, Ravi. Of course, it will be beneficial. So first of all, I will not encourage these days, don't go anywhere. Okay. Pandemic situation is going on, so nobody will allow you. But yeah, of course, these programs. Okay. So I remember we went for a educational tour to Singapore. Okay. That was my first international tour independently. And it actually, I remember that trip today also, because yeah, it was something that makes you independent, and you learn how to actually be into this world. This is you are not sitting at your home. This is not your small city or your town where everybody knows you. When you go and you meet people who even don't understand your language sometimes, how do you have to survive in that place? That actually teaches you and how the world is operating, how the different economies are doing. That actually you learn. So for me, it's really very important. Should have that international exposure if you get a chance. And yes, we get to learn, and then we can surely implement those things in our country or in our organization, when we know how other people, how other countries are working actually. So this is from my end.
Thank you, Sati. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Praveer, I still remember I went twice with a student on these educational tour. I think Swati and me were
Yeah.
accompanied in that tour, and that
So
was the
I'll
one.
tell. Yeah. So day before yesterday, when I was talking to ma'am, okay, so it was like last 10 years back. I came back from Singapore 28th November, and in memories I had picture with ma'am. So I was so happy when we suddenly I got her call, and I was like, okay, this is something like when you wish for something and you get that.
And Praveer, entire batch thanked to the college when we came back from the Singapore and Sri Lanka tour. They said ki this was once in a lifetime exposure, and this is the first exposure, global exposure we have got, and that forced them to think that what all they have to do in their life, they have to reach up to that level, and they have to work hard. It was quite thought provoking that it was eye opener and thought provoking what they have to do in their life, they have to reach there. So it was the great experience for me also, for the students also, for that batches.
And ma'am, the
So
best
for
thing is
me,
the
it was a
way.
lifetime memory because the day I came back, I got my placement news also. So that's actually a lifetime memory to me.
That's
Yes.
great. And ma'am, it's wonderful to see even after 10 years, the happiness on the face of Swati just by interacting with ma'am.
And in my
Great
face also.
association. That's a great association. Ma'am, teachers are always happy, the happiness of students, always happy. This is the best thing about a teacher is whenever a student grows, the most, I think when after father or mother, the most happiest person in the life is the teacher who enjoys
Right, well.
his or her student, I guess. That's the main thing, ma'am, I guess. Right, right. So next question is, do you have placement departments? If it is, how it helps us in getting the placements? So Ayushi, you are already placed. So can you please tell us your experience, how the CRC, normally in the our college, the placement department is known as CRC department. So Ayushi will be telling your experience further. Please, Ayushi.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. So basically, CRC stands for Corporate Resource Center, which helps students to bring the companies in the college or to help the students to go for the cool pool campuses and to get the placements. So CRC helps students to CRC helps as a bridge between the students as well as the corporate companies that students can get placed easily. But apart from that, we have two training centers. We have two training departments which are working to enhance the student. That is training center, that aptitude training center, as well as PDP, personality development program. So these two programs basically are conducted every week. We have this in our timetable, and these help students to gain the technical knowledge, technical and aptitude knowledge, as well as we have personality development programs where we have great mentors. They uh, help us in developing our personality to build up our confidence and to get us aware like how we have to deal when we are sitting in any placement, or how we have, or to tell the key secrets that how to crack any interview or to crack any placement. So basically training cell, PDP cell and CRC, all these three cells helps a lot and put their 100% efforts for their students so that they all can get placed easily. And we have a very nice record of getting placed. Even I have been placed in 3 companies, among which 2 are MNCs and one is in India here in Noida, which I have joined. So basically, it's a great opportunity for students to join ITS because the training and placement cell are just excellent for me.
Thanks, Ayushi. And let me tell you all the audience that nearly 180 plus companies have visited the campus last year.
Definitely, so yeah.
That is the biggest achievement, and all the good companies have recruited our students like SCL, the TCS. Every means you can count on the fingers. Lido, every good organization, Zycus have recruited our students. It's really a proud moment for all of us. And really,
Yes,
the
sir.
hard work goes to the CRC department, cell, to the PDP cell, and entire faculty members. They are really working hard, and definitely it's good when a student gets placed. This is the last achievement normally a student want. I want to get placed. And if a student is getting placed in a good organization, it gives the biggest happiness on his or her face, as well as the family members, because you need to put a good amount of money to do your BTech. And if it comes back in terms of a good job, definitely it is going to give happiness on the faces of everyone, whether these are students, parents, the teachers as well. Okay, next question is from sir. I am from Bihar और मुझे इंग्लिश नहीं आता है, तो क्या मैं इंजीनियरिंग पढ़ सकता हूँ? कोई नहीं, प्लीज डोंट बियर विद अस, आप बिल्कुल इंजीनियरिंग पढ़ सकते हैं। और इसका आंसर फलक देगी। फलक प्लीज कैन यू टेल समथिंग कि ही इज स्केयर्ड कि मैं हिंदी मीडियम से पढ़ा हूँ, तो क्या इंजीनियरिंग में मैं अच्छा कर सकता हूँ?
आई थिंक हाँ, कर सकते हो, बिल्कुल कर सकते हो। हमारे कॉलेज में तो बहुत सारे बच्चे हिंदी मीडियम से ही आए हुए हैं, वो वहीं से उन्होंने पढ़ा हुआ है, तो वो तो बहुत अच्छा कर रहे हैं। लाइक बहुत जो हमारे क्लास के जो टॉपर्स है, आई थिंक वो मोस्टली हिंदी मीडियम से ही आए हुए हैं। तो ये जरूरी नहीं है लैंग्वेज उतना, हाँ लैंग्वेज इम्पोर्टेंट होता है, बट जो बेसिक चीज होती है वो आपका नॉलेज होता है, आपके पास कितना नॉलेज है और आप कितना नॉलेज गेन कर रहे हो फिर सामने वाले से। तो उस चीज को अच्छे से आप, और सीखता तो इंसान हर वक्त है, धीरे धीरे हम लोग इंग्लिश वगैरह भी सीख जाते हैं, फिर सब कुछ सही से हो जाता है।
थैंक्स। और नॉर्मली वी कंडक्ट स्पेशली फॉर दोज स्टूडेंट जो हिंदी मीडियम से आते हैं बेटा, हम उनके लिए स्पेशली सेशंस रखते हैं, टेक्निकल कम्युनिकेशन एज वेल एज प्रोफेशनल कम्युनिकेशन, ताकि इंग्लिश स्पीकिंग एनहेंस हो सके। पीडीपी क्लासेस रेगुलरली हम लोग कंडक्ट करते हैं। तो ट्रस्ट मी, जो स्टूडेंट फर्स्ट ईयर में मुझे मिले थे और मैं अब उन्हें फाइनल ईयर में देखूँ तो एक बिग डिफरेंस है। पता ही नहीं चलता है वही बच्चा है जो कांप रहा था पहले, खड़ा होने पर पहुंच के पैर शिवर होने लगते थे, स्टार्ट टू वंगल, और इंग्लिश में कुछ पूछते थे तो और डर लगता था। और जब फाइनल ईयर में उन बच्चों से मैं इंटरेक्ट करता हूँ तो आई फील ये तो बिल्कुल ट्रांसफॉर्म्ड है, एंड दैट्स व्हाई दे नॉर्मली गेट प्लेस्ड इन गुड ऑर्गेनाइजेशन। ओके, थैंक्स।
Praveen, I would like to mention my experience. मेरी लाइफ में 2 एक्सपीरियंस ऐसे हुए हैं जो बिल्कुल डिफरेंट थे। 2 स्टूडेंट्स के एक्सपीरियंस ऐसे होते हैं हुए। शायद एक 12-14 बैच का एक स्टूडेंट था, श्रवण कुमार, एंड या 11-13 बैच का था, आई डू नॉट रिमेम्बर। एंड जब इनिशियली मेरे पास आए, जब स्टार्ट हुआ प्रोग्राम में मेरे पास आए, बोले कि एक और बच्चा था 12-14 बैच का और एक ये 11-13 बैच का, ये 2 ऐसे बच्चे एक्सपीरियंस है मेरे साथ कि वो मेरे पास आए कि हमें क्लास में कुछ नहीं समझ में आ रहा है। तो अब कुछ नहीं समझ में आ रहा है तो बोले हम क्या करें, हमें समझ में नहीं आ रहा है। मैंने कहा ओके, तुमने आके पहले अपनी डिफिकल्टी हमसे बताई है, हम आपकी इस प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व करेंगे। तुम्हें जो जब ना समझ में आए उसी टाइम क्लास में अपनी फैकल्टी से पूछो कि मुझे ये नहीं समझ में आया है, एंड फैकल्टी विल एक्सप्लेन यू। उसके बावजूद अगर आपको नहीं आता है तो ऑल फैकल्टी मेंबर्स ऑफ ITS आर ऑलवेज ओपन टू हेल्प देयर स्टूडेंट्स। You can come to our cabin anytime, and for the genuine problem you can contact us on a phone also, we will help you. And I'm telling you that Shravan Kumar is very well established in the industry. He is very much successful. Uska campus se hi placement hua tha. And that another guy, mujhe uska naam hi abhi yaad nahi aa raha hai, he was in 12-14 batch, he was the first person from the batch to get placed in the Japanese organization, and uska placement October mein ho gaya tha।
That's great, ma'am.
And उस टाइम की मैं बात कर रही हूँ, 14 में 2014 में उसको जो है ना 35,000 टेक होम सैलरी मिली थी।
Really achievement, ma'am.
तो ऐसा नहीं है स्टूडेंट्स, language is not a bar, but certainly we have to work on that. For those 2 students worked a lot on them, and they attended all their PDP classes, communication classes. They have left no stone unturned. So all that is required, that is your hard work and sincerity towards yourself, because finally you all are answerable to yourself, not anybody else. तो आप किसी के लिए कुछ नहीं कर रहे हैं, आप अपने लिए कुछ कर रहे हैं, आप सब कुछ अपने लिए कर रहे हैं। तो प्लीज अपनी जिंदगी को ईमानदारी से जिए और अपने साथ मेहनत करिए, एंड दैट विल वर्क। वो जिंदगी में ये मेहनत हमेशा रंग लाएगी और आप बिल्कुल सक्सेसफुल होंगे और आपका कॉन्फिडेंस बढ़ेगा।
I agree to Sunita ma'am. I'll just add on. Everybody knows that our Prime Minister Narendra Modi, अब सबको पता है वो US गए थे, US जाके उन्होंने स्पीच हिंदी में डिलीवर की थी. So
right,
then
very rare. How do
yes. So
Yeah.
and हमारे पुराने प्राइम मिनिस्टर मिस्टर अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी वो कभी इंग्लिश में अपनी स्पीचेस नहीं देते थे. वो हमेशा अपनी स्पीचेस हिंदी में देते थे, बीट हेयर इन इंडिया और बीट एनीवेयर आउटसाइड. एंड सेम गोज विद मिस्टर नरेंद्र मोदी, जो अपनी स्पीचेस, या देर आर ट्रांसलेटर्स, जो उनके साथ ट्रांसलेटर्स होते हैं, बिकॉज एवरीबडी कैन नॉट अंडरस्टैंड, सो देर आर ट्रांसलेटर्स, बट वी शुड फील प्राउड ऑफ आवर सेल्फ एंड आवर मदर टंग एंड आवर लैंग्वेज. Yes, I agree. Corporate line में आगे आपको आके you have to learn this thing, but it will not be a barrier. Okay, don't consider your language, at least अपनी education start करने से पहले don't consider at your barrier. Obviously, you will get many people who will help you out, and there are mentors who will definitely guide you and help you.
Thanks, Swati. Thanks, ma'am, for sharing your wonderful thoughts. One student is saying, Sir, I am interested in doing MTech from IITs after completing my BTech. So do you provide GATE coaching as well? Definitely. Let me tell you that also. Most of our faculty are already GATE qualified, and we utilize this skill to the max. Honestly speaking, we conduct GATE classes in the third year, in the final year as well, because we don't start in the second year, because normally your technology separation starts from the second year, right? So until you have a basic knowledge of the subjects, you won't be able to get the other concepts in hand. So in the second year, your foundation is built. So from the third year onwards, you will be having your GATE coaching, and that's free of cost at all. Let me tell you that we don't charge anything from the student, and we just let our experience speak for them. We guide them, we train them, and definitely what I can see, the students are performing very well in the GATE examination. Last year, we have several students who got a GATE rank between 100 and 200. That was a good achievement. Honestly speaking, several got rank between 200 to 400, 500 to 700. So don't worry about GATE. We will definitely guide you for sure. Trust me.
And we have already incorporated once lecture in the final year for the GATE preparation. The one dedicated lecture for the GATE preparation is already incorporated since last year in your timetables.
It's a part of timetable, yes.
Yeah,
even
it is
from
a
the
part
third
of
year, yeah. From third year only you will get that guidance.
Certainly. Right.
You can definitely meet your mentors anytime. They are, honestly speaking, being a teacher, I'm most happy when a student come to me with the doubts. Yes, sir, I do have this doubt. I'm doing a GATE question, I'm not able to solve that. That gives me immense happiness. At least my student is trying to work something. He's trying to learn. So don't worry about the GATE thing. You will be taken care of. Don't worry at all. Okay, at the last, I will ask each and every one of you, please share what things a student should do. Means what your success mantra, can you share with them? They will be more than happy to learn your success mantra, how you managed everything, how you manage all the pressures, and what a student should do and what a student should not do during their academic tenure. Means whether it is engineering education or the management education, some skills are very common. What do you think should be? Falak, can you please brief out?
Okay. So actually, like if I tell you about me, for me it was not at all easy to adjust in a complete different environment, as I'm from a completely different place. So there have been a lot of hardships. Like life is not a bed of roses. There have been lots of ups and downs also. So what always has stood beside me is the belief that I had in myself, and we should always think right about we should have an optimistic mindset, we should have a positive mindset, and we should focus on what we are here for, and we should ponder over our studies, we should focus on our goals. These are the things that will matter the most at the end of the day, and things will fall into place as they are.
Thanks, Falak. Thanks for sharing the information. Ayushi, please, can you brief out your success mantra?
Yes, sir, sure. Yes, sir. So I believe in two words, which is consistency. So basically, a student has to be consistent throughout. There would be a lot of ups and downs, be it your academics or your personal life or anything, but you have to work consistently towards your career, towards shaping your career. Second thing is balancing. As said by Swati ma'am, that definitely you should not be a bookworm. So what I believe is you have to balance everything in your life. If you are in a college, you have to balance your extracurricular activities for your personality development growth, for your confidence. You have to balance your academics, and you have to balance how you are tomorrow, how you are going to appear in any company, or tomorrow if you are going for a higher studies, how you have to be confident enough to face anything in life. So these two are the words which I always follow.
Thanks, Aishi. Thanks a lot. Swati ma'am, please, your experience. Please share what the students should do, what should they don't do, because you have a large amount of corporate experience with you and you have experienced everything what a student are going to do in the future. Please, ma'am, over to you.
Okay. Thank you, Praveen. So, see, with everybody, you have or something in you which you think that's my power. Okay. So, what my mantra is, I will say I'm still not that successful. Yes, I am still climbing a ladder and I have to go somewhere. Okay. So only thing that I would like to address it to everybody, that never ever give up. I'll tell you one small example which I follow some mentors, I follow some people, and I every day read them or hear them. So if you wish to have a house and the value of the house is 50 lakh rupees, and you see your pocket, I just have 50 or 500 rupees in my pocket. And that very moment you decide, I cannot do it. Even God will not help you. That moment you decided, I cannot do it. And there is one person who decides, who prays to God or who says to self, it's okay. Today I don't have that 50 lakh rupees in my pocket, but I don't know, today or tomorrow I have to make it. So you will feel the difference that definitely there will sometime a path will come in front of you when you will definitely have those 50 lakhs in your pocket and you'll achieve your dream. But if you decide to give up in the beginning itself, you will never ever achieve that. So never ever give up. I can only say this, be it starting of your career, education, or you have already reached a position. That's it.
Thanks, Swati. And it's good news that Suchitra ma'am has recently joined us. I hope your meeting was very good, Suchitra ma'am. Thanks for sparing your time. So
And
please,
Suchitra is a senior amongst a lot.
yes.
Yeah.
Welcome, Suchitra.
So Suchitra ma'am, I'll request you to please share your success mantra with the young aspirants, please.
And your experiences at ITS.
Yeah, please. Your experience at ITS as well, please. Carry on. Ma'am, actually, your mic is not audible, please.
Unmute yourself, Suchitra.
Very rare that you'll find me on mute, you'll find me mute. Well, good afternoon or good morning. I don't know. Over here, it's morning. I am so sorry for the delay. It was an unavoidable, meeting, a call immediately. And being an HR, in an organization, anything disciplinary grievances, we have to be there. So I have to be there for some very important meeting. So thank you so much again for inviting. So ma'am told to me I have to talk. So first of all, if I am coming and talking and investing my time, again, the first point which is told to me is that how was your academic experience, like your teachers, mentor, HOD. So I would like to start this, conversations with one point. If I'm here, it's because of Sunita ma'am. Anything for you. Because she have contributed, not only her, but all my teachers, I would never ever forget in my life. Professor P.U.B. Rao, Professor Bhavna ma'am, Professor Sunita ma'am, Farad ma'am. There are many teachers, whom I will always remember throughout my life, that wherever I'm sitting here today is because of their teaching, it's because of their educations that they have imparted. And when I say educations, it's not only about a book. Again, let me be very clear. The kind of, the grooming they had, they have impacted. Most importantly, being a human being, I would say that, it's not only educations they have taught us how to be very approachable, because they have set that example to us that, whether they were a teacher, they were very professional, but at the same time, whenever we needed something, whether it's our personal or whether it's a job time or whether it's anything, they have groomed us so well that I can't even, they must have not realized, but people, when we say communications, the person at the another side of the table, which is receiving the communication, understand the value of the communication. So they are so selfless. Our teacher, they don't know that in what way they are giving the impact on us. So even it was a small conversation, or even it was a small text, or even if it was appointing us to be a anchor in a function or a seminar, that was the way they have contributed to us in many ways, in our life. So it has been a wonderful journey for me. And if you ask me, I'm telling you, it's not only 1 hour session, but I can write a books on my teachers. I love them so much. And whatever we are today, it's because of them. For me, especially, HR department has been wonderful. Like HR teachers, of course, other subject like marketing was very much interesting. Farad ma'am did a very, have a very effective way of teaching us. Sunita ma'am was there, who was, when he teaches, she used to share with us a life example when she was working, that have really make us remember not the book theory, but the concept of the theory, which I think is more important. So ITS, if you talk about the professors of the ITS, what they have used as a module of teaching, the kind of teaching technique, what they use is more of practicality in a workplace, where it helps the students to be more, be prepared of what the actual we have to face in the outside world. So, and also, when we were having, what I can remember going back to my 5-6 years, is that when we used to have a class session in college, okay, the way ITS teaching module, we are more into practicality. Like we say that, what we hear, we might forget, but what we actually see, we never forget. What we actually do, we always remember. So that is the kind of a teaching modules ITS have, in the form of the teacher, in the form of the mentor. Like what they teach, they have make us do. Like, for an example, I think it was, Vikas sir's class, where we have to prepare. We were being taught a topic of, a business plan. That time, who understand what's a business plan? But you know what? He make us prepare a business plan for anything, with a group of team. I still remember we presented one business plan on export and import of orchid plant, that make us realize the practicality. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you are.
That make us realize the practicality, that what is a business plan, how to prepare it, what has to be the content, how the cost estimation is done, how the strategic planning is done, what the short analysis if we have to start a business. So this is not only book that we are studying short, but we are also doing it in real, hypothetically, and that help us a lot, in our real workplace. So this is how they have prepared us in the market to go and face the real reality of life. Am I with you, people?
Yeah, ma'am, you are. You are.
Because my screen is like, I
Beautiful
cannot
words,
see
ma'am.
anyone.
No, we were just lost in your beautiful words. Means our praising, you are praising all the teachers, and it make us feel. I can't define in words.
See, if I talk about my teacher, my mentor, you might think that they are bribing me, because I have this lots of love for them.
Yeah, just great, ma'am. Sunita ma'am, would you like to say something, please? Sunita ma'am, would you like to add something? You would like to say something?
See, I would like to pitch in between, and I want to hear more. I will keep on talking, like in the middle.
Praveed, it is our students who make us proud
Agreed.
and who make us great. right? If they are doing well in their lives, whether it is a personal and professional life, this is what we want to see them. And this is the greatest gift of God given to any teacher in the form of their students. And our all four students are the live examples of that. Swati, Suchitra, Falak, Ayushi, if they will excel in their
Just
life,
ask.
this is the cause of the happiness for us. You know, Swati and Suchitra, you might be knowing some of the students of your batches. uh, Mukti, Panigrahi, and Sanjay, and 2 3 more students were there. I think they're your juniors or seniors. I went to Dubai in 2013. My 4 of the students, they managed to meet me, and they had spent whole 1 day with us. And till the time I take off from the Dubai, they were there, and they had offered us a lunch also. And it was I was literally in tears seeing them there and hosting us like that. So it was
That's
a
great.
great experience for me. And believe me, students, today I am with you as a panelist. It is a great happiness for me. Thank you so
Wow,
much
yeah.
for taking
It's
your
our
time here.
privilege. It's our privilege that you
I,
still remember us.
The
Or I
teacher
or
never
I can
forget
say
the
or I
students.
can say or I can say ma'am remembers the notorious ones.
No, no,
No,
teachers never forget the students. Let me be honest. Doesn't
uh,
matter. Never forget the students.
I have
see,
been very notorious. Ma'am knows I have been very notorious.
these
no, no, no,
when
no.
it
It is
comes
not like
to
that.
ITS history, Sunita ma'am will agree with me when I say that I must be the most notorious, most naughty student in our batch.
It is not like
And
that.
I'm famous for
You are
coming
always
late.
lovely.
Like today, I'm very famous for coming late all the time. Even on my convocation day, I was late.
Uh,
well
uh,
I
uh,
want to add one important thing. Okay, like I was just going, like, that make me realize one more thing, like the values which, the small things, like the workshop, the guest lecture, those, those seminars, those presentations, how they have changed our life. And when I look back and I think that, what have that MBA, what my father, have done with me in that 2 years, that's like a blessing for me. Going into MBA from a BTech background, biotechnology background, completely different. I was about to pursue my master in biotechnology, but my father pushed me to MBA. And when I went to like ITS, I never knew they would change my life. Well, uh, what I want to share is that, ITS have one thing very nice. That's like the kind of platform from the day we started off, from the first day, the kind of inductions program orientations, that's very important. We always say that that's the first impression, and that is where, when we start our journey, the kind of a positivity the college have embedded on the student, this kind of a first influence, it's very important. They make us realize what is the value of this 2 years program, what is the difference, why it is called a professional course, what is the difference between the normal general line and an MBA or a PGDM course. You make, in the first 2 days itself during the orientations program, it gave me a goosebumps, and it inspired me for the next 2 years to attend the class. That it's going to be very different. So the kind of a quality of our orientations program, which our college have organized, calling all the IIM, all the A grades management students, all the expertise of each area, that really have influenced me and motivated me to be a good student. But there's something very important. And another thing is, like, the kind of a class we have, even in the HR subjects and other subjects, it is so practically, we talk so much practically, not only about the theories and other thing, but other practicality about the subject, that, that make us realize again that, you know, at the end of the day, it's about you introspect and see how good you are. You started you know, realizing where you are, where your skill sets is, what your attributes towards yourself, that makes you become a better person in everyday life. So there's something very important that we all need to understand, you know, that what ITS have given to us. And most importantly, if I talk about the, you know, the workshop, the guest lecture, the kind of a people they bring in, you know, I still remember Venki, the Motorola guy. Oh my God, they talk really nice. The guest lectures, they were so influencing to us that, you know, I, after attending a guest lecture, I will share with you people, I will always say that I want to become an officer, you know. My first day of a placement where I wear my suit and went out for a interview, I was like telling to my best friend Sikha Gupta that I really want to become an officer, man. I really want to work in this corporate. So there's a kind of a guest lecture influence towards me. So it's very nice, you know, remembering all those journey, what ITS have given us is very nice.
Thanks, ma'am. Ma'am, the last, can you please share some success mantras for the budding aspirants, please?
You asked me the success mantra. Recently, I even told to, like, you know, the previous section. For me, if you ask, like, I stay very grounded. I'm very humble. We should be very humble all the time. You know, regardless of our positions and everything, we should be very helpful, you know, to people. We should be very approachable. If you really want to be success, you know, people have different success definitions. But for me, it's happiness. It's your satisfaction on what you do. It's your love of what you do. You know, being passionate about what you are doing. For me, it's very simple. You know, I'm addicted to one thing. I'm addicted to people liking me. So I every day I try to make and earn smiles from people, whether it's my staff or whether it's my boss, you know, by doing good things, by going out of the way and, you know, being kind, being humble, being approachable to people. Whenever my staff have any problem, I want them to remember me that, you know, if they go to Suchitra, it's going to be fine. Whether I might not solve it, but I might make, you know, make them feel better. So this has been the success mantra, always trying to help people. And this is it.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks a lot, Suchitra ma'am. Thanks a lot, and thanks a lot, everyone, for sparing your valuable time of the out of the hectic schedules and sharing your success mantra to all the participants. And on behalf of ITS, I wish all the very best for your future endeavors and hope to meet you soon, very early as possible in the next episode of Star Talk. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for sparing your times.